Alfiya. I am 22 years old and I am a sociology major with interest in urban landscape and sustainability. In the rural immersion, my base was Alwar, which was Tapukara, which was in Alwar, Rajasthan. My assigned project was to basically assess the impact of Smartpur in the region, that was in Tapukara. So me and my partner, we approached it in a very theoretical and technically basically. So initially what we did was to visit all the centers which was in Alwar, which Tapukara, and there were 20 centers in total. So we visited all the centers, gather whatever we could from the centers and how it's working in the region, and are people even liking the centers and the work that they are doing. Then we formed a survey and we did survey of 100 people in the region. Then we did personal interviews of teachers, children, pradhan and Anganwadi workers. In the project, while we were working, we learned a lot of things, which included that we wanted to assess how the digital landscape changed before and after Smartpur project came in the region. And since Tapukara is Muslim dominated region, and it's actually very backward in terms of education and even development. So what digital space, particularly Smartpur, gave them was essentially a means to develop themselves by going to the centers for health checkups, for counselings, even for developing their Aadhaar card, basically changing the Aadhaar card and all of that. My key findings were that before and after the Smartpur center was established. So I'll talk in terms of before. So before, the children specifically, they did not know how to approach their life towards digital empowerment. For example, they never knew how to operate computers. They never knew so since Smartpur had one more division, which was counseling sessions. So they basically knew what to do with their life through those sessions. And these were my key findings, more or less. Since I come from an urban space, I never knew what sort of digital landscape is in the rural areas. This was my first exposure of digital space in rural community, and which gave me a lot of perspective, given that the area which was so backward, and the people before the center was established, they used to travel 15 kilometers just for a small task, which was to make Aadhaar card or make PAN card or any official documents. But after the center was established, it was close to their home. They can travel 2 kilometers. They even can walk to the centers. That was the main thing that I saw in terms of development, and even in terms of rural space also. In terms of personal growth, I would say this was my first time being away from home. So it gave me a sense of independency, how to carry myself, how to live with myself, and how to channel my emotions when there is no one around to help me. So yeah, in terms of personal growth, that was there. And in terms of professional growth also, I would say that towards the end of the project, we had to make report. And I actually thoroughly enjoyed the whole process of making the report and making it colorful, adding pictures and all of that. And one thing I learned which changed me was that I don't think I'm cut off for field work. Like, I enjoyed it, but I don't think I would want to do it in long term. My defining moment, I would say there were two. One moment was that for visiting a center, we went to Gwalda. So after visiting the center, we went to a remote village So in that village, the children in that village were not educated more above 5th grade, and the reason was that there were no school, and even there was one particular school which was government school, and the teachers were unavailable in that school also. So essentially there were no education in that particular village. And in that village only, when we were conducting the survey, the women, they refused to sit with us because there were already men present in the present around us. So those two incidents stayed with me after a very, very long time. So yeah, I think that changed me a bit. So the experiences that I had in the rural immersion, a 1 month period of seeing changes, seeing new experiences, I would say I would want to work towards a minority community, specifically for women. With the lack of education, specifically digital, that they have, I would want to I would want to make them empowered through digital means, and giving them more education about how they can change themselves, maybe digitally, maybe without it. But yeah, that is the thing I would want to pursue.